Millions and millions of Americans are finding it harder and harder to make ends meet with the rising costs of food in the grocery stores, food shortages, rising rent, higher interest rates for mortgage payments, credit cards mounting up. The average American still has yet to recover from the previous or ongoing pandemic that we're dealing with right now. And comment down below if you can relate to any of these circumstances that I've just mentioned. Warnings about a looming recession may have reached a fever pitch. Inflation has continued to soar, causing chaos in the streets, the stock market. Many companies are even fearful. Actual companies are fearful. We're not technically in a recession yet, but companies are already fearful and they're attempting to prepare for the worst of the layoffs. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, Economic Prepper here. Hope that you guys are doing well. For more information, for more topics like food and preparation, economy, inflation, rent prices, what's going on in Washington, D.C. that actually affects us, and how we can prepare to survive what they have planned for us, consider subscribing to the channel. Now, this fear that's in the market that, if you look at it, at the end of the day, companies, they're owned by individuals. They're humans. Well, some of them are human. Some of them are just freaking monsters, looking like humans, if you ask me. But these companies, they're getting scared and they're starting to prepare for the worst because they want to survive. They're preparing much like we need to prepare. And I know we've got a lot of preppers in the community and you guys are staying on top of it. I really appreciate you guys sharing your plans in the comments down below, what you guys are doing financially. Some of you guys are stashing gold and silver. You have different forms of investments outside of the stock market. And I think gold and silver, maybe in some cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, might not be a bad idea, might not be a bad play. But an investment in food is also a good play too. It's no different than going into the grocery store, whether it's Walmart, Target, Costco, Aldi's. I don't know who's got the best deals on food nowadays. It's interesting. I was in Walmart shortly after going to Sam's Club, and I actually found eggs in Walmart for less. The eggs in Walmart were less expensive than the eggs in Sam's Club, which makes no sense because you pay for a Sam's Club membership, but then you go to Walmart and you find out that the eggs were less. It's like, why am I paying for this membership? Maybe that's why the Sam's Club membership is reduced to $8 instead of like $50. Anyway, I digress. So, things are getting crazy. And many of these companies, they're, these big billion-dollar corporations, even, small mom and pop small businesses or companies, they're trying to prepare themselves with layoffs and hiring freezes. And, in some extreme cases, they're actually rescinding job offers. Now, you guys comment down below. I don't know if any of you guys are worried about where you work. If you have any kind of concerns about where you work, if you think that your job might be in jeopardy in the future, we have to prepare. We have to prep now. But a means to prep is to understand what the threats are that we could potentially be faced with. So comment down below if you happen to be in a situation where you don't think like your job is all that secure. And if you find yourself in a situation where you're just kind of a little bit, concerned or worried, just comment down below that you don't feel like your job is secure, or, that you're worried about your job, and just let us know. You don't have to say where you work. Just comment down below, like, what industry do you work in? That way, we can use our community to warn each other and let each other know what everyone else is seeing. Because, I've got one perspective, but it really helps when there's the thousands of us together collectively leaving helpful information in the comments down below. And I know I've got so many smart people in our community here. I really appreciate you guys. Seriously, I really appreciate the love in the comments. But if you were in a situation where you were worried about job loss, you were worried about layoffs, comment down below if you were able to overcome that problem, and just briefly let us know what you did, because that'll help out tremendously. I'm just thinking, I had a conversation with a mother of 2 kids the other day, and she was just telling me how stressed out she was. She's employed, but she can't find baby formula, and she's worried about her job. And she recently got a notice that in 60 days she can renew her rent, or her rent payment's going to go up like $600. So it's a rough situation for her. And I'm just thinking, if we can at least help one person out here in our community, I think we're doing good things. Now, in some cases, some of these companies, they're going so far as to they've got these now hiring signs. They're trying to address these labor shortages, but at the same time, they're getting scared. So picture this: they're rescinding job offers. So picture this: you're at a job, you're trying to make more money. So then you start looking for a job, you interview, things go well, you land the job. They say, hey, 14 days from now, we want you to start. So you're eager, you can't wait to start this new job. You're preparing to quit your current job. So you turn in your 2-week notice. You're severing your relationship with the employer that you work with for however long. You're eager to go start this new job and make more money. Maybe you're closer to home, closer to, whatever the case may be. And then the day before you start, or the day you're supposed to start, they say, hey, no, can you start tomorrow instead of today? And then the next day comes, you get a phone call, and they're like, nah, can you start like in 2 more days? So they keep pushing out your start date. And then all of a sudden they just tell you, you know what, that position that we had, that position is no longer available. So you quit your old job, and now the new job you're supposed to start is no longer available. Comment down below if you guys are hearing about these types of situations, but I'm seeing more and more situations where they're rescinding these job offers. Now, this sudden shift in labor market dynamics after months of strong job prospects and raising wages for employees, it's pretty much left a lot of Americans just wondering what the heck is going on. Job prospects are pretty much going to get worse, is what we're hearing, and this is from economics professors. They're saying that what we're seeing now is only going to get worse. So the question is, well, how much worse are things going to get? Are we going to see like 2008, recessionary periods where, we have crazy high unemployment numbers like 14, 15%? Everyone and their mom is losing their job? Or is it just not going to quite be that bad? That's the real question. I think it might be a little bit too early to predict what might happen, but we can always prepare now for what may happen. And I think if you're following this channel, you understand the importance of preparation and preparing. Now, if you're changing roles soon, you should know that while no job is completely recession proof, certain industries do fare a little bit worse than others in a downturn. During the Great Recession, which lasted from 2007 to 2009, the construction, manufacturing sectors, they experienced a sizable dip in employment. And it would make sense, right? Construction, manufacturing sectors back in 2007, 2008 period of time, 2009, obviously they're going to get hit hard because the whole housing sector was declining. They were getting rid of all the different loans. The housing market was crashing. There was no need to build more houses when the existing houses available on the market were not able to be sold. So of course, if you're in the business or related to the housing business, housing construction business, you're going to be affected. So you got to pay attention to what's going on around us. So one of the ways that we prepare is we pay attention to what industries are declining right now to see if we're vulnerable. It's kind of like hot potato, right? Or more relevantly, it's probably more like musical chairs, right? So you got to make sure that your chair is secure. And so what industries do you guys feel uncomfortable in? Comment down below. Like I asked earlier in the video, look in the comments. Look in the comments and see what other people are saying, because these are going to be the warning signs. We got boots on the ground. People are, we've got a couple thousand people in our community, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you guys. But when you let us know what you're seeing, we can really help each other out collectively, in terms of what to look out for. So Thank you guys in advance for that. Now, during an economic downturn, people usually limit their discretionary spending and they delay big purchases, for like stuff like cars. They're not going to buy new cars. They're not going to buy a new house necessarily. And this makes sense. They're preparing for what could happen. If you think you're going to lose your job, are you going to run out and buy a brand new house? Are you going to run out and, purchase a new car, a new luxury vehicle? Probably not going to go drop $70,000 on a brand new Tesla if I think that my job's in jeopardy. I'm just, common sense here. Actually, you might even consider selling your car and finding something that's less expensive if you're finding yourself, living a little too close for comfort, so to speak, in terms of your budget. Now, let's just talk about some of the more recession-proof industries that are available. Now, none of these are actually recession-proof, but some of these might be a lot more safe to be in. But this is not an inclusive list. So you got healthcare, you got government, you've got computers and information technology. We're talking, if you know how to fix computers, you're good with the internet. Heck, even if you know how to, if you're good, you can probably create an online business using your computer information technology skills. Education, that's another industry that should be pretty solid. Now, the common thread between these industries is that basically they're less sensitive to changes in interest rates, and people tend to depend on these services whether the economy is booming or if we're in a recession. You're always going to need healthcare. We just got through a pandemic and we're still dealing with it right now. So they will forever be busy. So healthcare is good. Government, they're going to tax us forever. They're going to tax us to death. I personally, I feel like I'm sometimes getting pimped by the government because you get taxed for, as soon as you get income, you get taxed. As soon as you go buy anything in the store, you're getting taxed. As soon as you, every year, where if you own a house, you're paying property taxes. So it's like you're just getting taxed left and right. So a government job, in the most part, should probably be pretty stable. They're going to get their money, and they're never going to pass any kind of laws that are going to reduce their relevancy in the market. Some idiot with a big, massive, gas guzzling, big engines revving their car right now. I'm pretty sure you guys could hear that. Anyway, so I just wanted to share some of these industries with you guys that are a little bit more recession proof, just to kind of help give you guys a little bit of direction. Maybe you're in an industry where you're concerned, you're worried about the longevity. Maybe you got a rent notice and your rent's going to go up and the current job you've got might not cover it. Maybe you're looking for a second job, maybe a side hustle, and you're thinking about, what industry can I be in to make more money? I know a lot of people have decided to, take on extra side jobs, side hustles, whatever you want to call them. They kind of go on their little entrepreneurship journey just to help boost their current income situation. And a lot of people do Amazon deliveries. A lot of people are making some good money doing that. I've heard stories anywhere between $18 to $30 an hour doing that. I've heard, what is this new one? Kevin was talking about it in one of his videos recently. It's this Walmart Spark. Actually, Kevin said he signed up for it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out for him, what kind of money you can make doing that. Let's see, what else is there? You got Uber and Lyft. Now, a lot of these side hustles that I mentioned, they require you to drive. And, with gas prices increasing, I'm looking to see how these side hustles are going to be impacted. Are they going to, the businesses, is Walmart going to increase the fees that they charge to help the drivers to offset the cost of fuel, to offset the cost of gas prices? And a lot of the people, many of the people, not everyone, but many of the people who are having food and other things delivered, specifically like the Walmart Spark, specifically the different food delivery services, maybe it's Uber Eats, maybe it's Grubhub. A lot of people are actually doing pretty well that order those services because they're not cheap. And so I think a lot of these people, they understand what's going on with the economy, with inflation, and they're a little bit more generous with tips. So hopefully that helps. Now, I'm pretty sure on the flip side to it, some people who are ordering from these services, they're struggling themselves too, and maybe their tips aren't all that great. So who knows? Maybe it evens out. But anyway, I'm going to continue to bring more money-related content to you guys so that you can make more money. I've been receiving your messages. I know you guys want to learn more about how to make more money, how to make money from home. You know, a lot of you guys have told me how much more expensive gas is in your area. So if you can make money working from home, create some kind of online business where you don't have to travel, then you can basically make yourself immune to higher gas prices. Who wouldn't want to be, you know, immune to gas prices? And then who cares if gas is $20 a gallon? You don't need it anyway, right? So anyway, guys, I hope you got some value out of this video. Please drop a like for the video if you haven't already. If you got value out of the video, hit the like button. For more videos like this one, definitely consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care, preppers.